just sat down and I've never really been accused of. I mean, there's a lot of people who get accused of a lot of different kind of psychiatric and psychological. I don't know what the difference is, but disorders. Just the people they always throw shit out. I've been hanging out with some people recently whereby we've talked about their own stuff. One woman said she's got manic depressant. Actually, specifically to the two people, and I'm like, no, you're not manic. You're OCD. Manic is extreme, like ups and downs and stuff like that. And she said, well, anyway, you don't really hear too much discussion about like real people. Just kind of throw shit out there, and people throw shit out there about me. But the problem is really the only thing I've actually been accused of was narcissism. I think it was 2 or 3 people, and they were just trying to get dollars out of me because they're fucking racists, and that you're gonna get the people throwing that narcissism stuff on people just out of anger, and they're just mad at somebody, so just gonna put it on them, and just to throw that shit out, narcissism on somebody, you're being a narcissist. And actually, it's a very racist thing to be a narcissist. And it's also, when it's brought on, like this as an accusation rather than a clinical diagnosis kind of thing, it's an actual act of hate. It's a racist move. So you really need to because you really need to go through. You really need to go through the traits, and you're gonna find out that oh shit, they hit every single one of these things, not just always getting up to that 3 or 4 of those 9 that's not able to get to that 4th or 5th or 6th, Yeah, I think about my mother, and that's an area where I had a major lack of clarity. I thought the whole single mother thing was like extreme bravery. I remember I made a video on YouTube talking about how I always saw that as a child, I just came from the situation. Basically, I didn't realize it, but I basically saw myself as like I guess that would be like a virgin birth kind of thing, I didn't know that there has to be a male involved for reproduction of a person. I didn't believe, I didn't understand what fatherhood was. I just thought that, okay, those little boys came from, they have a mommy and daddy somehow. I didn't even, I really, I think that's the way most people are. Like my children, for example, like I wonder like where Ava is thinking, and obviously, yeah, Lydia, and then what, I mean, these are, precious children, so still to this day they probably wouldn't even know what this fatherhood thing is. And then of course, blessing. You got to get the police involved. This is really, really bad. I mean, I've talked to attorneys. They're required to correct blatant perjury and things. But all my life I was thinking like, yeah, single mother. You're just brave. You're doing this all by yourself. You didn't get blessed to have a father raising a child. It's really fucked up. But the reality is, it was my mother that was, the problem with me. I had some severe problems, and I don't know what's been going on, but for some reason these past really 2 months, and the physical therapy, getting my body to work in ways that's never worked before in my entire life, better than ever. It's caused so much more clarity and cognition to be so much more improved. I'm seeing things so much better, understanding things, feeling things, love. The single mother, entrapment and raping, whether it's by the man or the woman, usually by the woman, by the way, in this country is extremely horrible compared to other countries, which is why we're so impoverished. And you see these homeless people, and I mean, I love the homeless lifestyle, and I've been a nomad for years. I love it. I mean, my whole life, technically. But you got the drugs. It's a big one. Of course, on top of that, you got drugs. People who are using drugs. Potheads. These people are just fucking idiots. There's no excuse for these psychological things and having to do psych meds. The bipolar, that's a big one. That's you really kind of do need to get the certain things to the brain and the body to work properly and understand things, and emotions, empathy, different things. But with that, still, I should still talk about. It's not really fair to say but I'm just gonna go ahead and call this video my narcissism. It comes from the insecurities. Really, this is insecurities. It's not really fair to say it's narcissism. It's not really fair to say it's PTSD. A lot of people try to say they're going through PTSD when they're really not. It might be just, a good fear. A person might be say they're going through OCD when it's something else. People might be accused of going through bipolar or borderline personality disorder or schizophrenia when, and it's just, if it's just a random thing for somebody, if it's just, an insecurity or a fear of somebody, you should kind of like look both ways when you cross the street. So, if you look at my preaching, and right now I'm just sitting here. I'm not instigating anybody. I was absolutely instigating people when I was preaching the gospel from the year 2000 outside. We're talking about like 15 years, and that would be in not just going to the streets to, and that's, you're going to see that with every single not just preacher, but people proselytizing things, whatever it might be. And you might, and the reality is, you got people out there doing really fucked up, crazy things. Like what? They're going to like these clubs, get drunk, thinking they're gonna find their, go to a dance club. They're gonna find. I gotta always itch that left nostril. The wife of the woman of their dreams, or the guy of their dreams. You just keep chasing dick. Guys are chasing pussy. Like, guys, hello, pay attention. Yeah, well, it's all justified what they're doing with regard to, hey, you're outside of a killing center. These babies are being led to be killed at this extermination center. So it's like, we should probably do something about it, say something. But it's high conflict personality disorder. It really is. You go to the extreme whereby you're doing that. I hate to say this, I hate to do this. I mean, I know there's nobody tougher on a person with disabilities and calling these fucks out more than me. Here I am being narcissistic with this attitude of nobody more than me. I like to make this joke, but these yeah, that's another thing too. It's like, just because they're joking, that's a very serious act and glaring trait of, for example, this case would be narcissism. But I'm glad I'm able to put this out there. I have to go back to multiple sclerosis, diagnosed 97, and you can look at other neurological diseases. They don't damage the brain the same way the MS does. I wonder if I was going through some. Yeah, I'm getting bit up, man. It's early though. It's like 9 o'clock. There shouldn't be any bugs out, man. Damn. They're getting my. Trying to itch my feet and stuff. Maybe they're getting in my nose. I don't know. My left leg. I'm just rubbing it right now with my other leg. So you can see that. And so anyway, I think more insecurity. So I hid the fact that I knew. We all know this. Like, what the hell are you people doing? Going to a bar and getting drunk, chasing after, spending all this dollars, your little racist dollars. Running after the next career, that's OCD all day long. Career is OCD 100%. That's automatic, and that's most Americans. They think they need a career, and that's ultimately it goes back to the racism. But I wouldn't call that full-blown narcissism, but it's definitely an act of racism. People chasing dollars, like they need to go get this higher education, and then of course the big job, go from job to job, working your way up the corporate ladder, or whatever it might be, you know. But I'm giving you examples of you know, my narcissism, and one of them was the issue of working at Ohio Savings Bank, then, you know, leg mason. That's acts of racism, obviously, because you're chasing dollars, which is created by the white man, dollars, 1797, and then of course that was under slavery. So then of course you have the issue of going then to U.S. Bank, racist organization, they love, white supremacy, and then going to various mortgage brokerages. But here I'm working up the ladder, making more dollars. Oh, look at me, I'm paying my taxes. I'm finding ways to live in this white supremacy system and advancing through white supremacy, yay. So that's the biggest example. Another one, obviously, was, like I said, they're preaching. But these are insecurities, though, because I think it's still, it was manifested from the multiple sclerosis. I mean, yeah, there's ways to get the gospel out there. We can do it right here, you know. We don't need to be initiating this high conflict personality disorder. Basically starting arguments with people. I thought I just turned that thing off. That's so strange. I thought I turned my fan off. It's down to 1, I guess. Alright, cool. You know what, let's just continue. Let's finish this in here, because these bugs are not being cool right now. That's what they're supposed to be. I got this is on the tablet again, so I'm carrying around the keyboard. I'd prefer to do it in the swimming pool, but it's too dangerous. I might drop it. So, look at this. I'm going to carry it in my right hand. I'm going to try it. It's dangerous. This right hand's been very weak for like 6 months. I mean, gotten like worse these past 6 months, but then gotten a lot better. Maybe the past month, been working it. So it's a high conflict personality disorder. Yeah, we got that. But what else was going on? Oh my God, so much nicer to be in here. It's really cool, and there's no bugs flying around, jumping at my ankles. This whole, you know, evangelism, having to be right. You're really just like going up this narcissism thing, but you can't say it is because you're not consistently hitting like 5 or 6 of the 9 traits. So still, these are examples of it, though. But it looks, that's why it will look like it. Now these few people that said it, I'm not going to disregard them saying this, and I do hear people when they make these accusations against me. Are you mad? Are you upset? They said, I mean, are you abusive? I really appreciate these things. I got to make sure that people are accusing me of integrity, dignity, happiness. God, it's just so beautiful outside, though. Look at this. That's why I want to be outside. I don't know how we can see through the patio door. The evangelism thing was a big one, I'm telling you, man. So the thing is, though, it's like I'm loving people through this third party. It was the banker, it was the church, it was ministry. I'm doing this as a result of, because God told me to. Jesus. I'm doing this in the name of Jesus Christ. I became I started studying Christianity, all the different kinds of religions, 1999 for some reason. What are the odds, though? This is all around the time when I got the actual diagnosis of MS. It's just so cold now in here. But at the same time, it's like so beautiful. Look how beautiful it is. Wow. I really didn't enjoy the beauty of women as much. And men. I mean, I'm into, like, men being healthy, you know, and taking care of their body. I've always been that way. Well, probably more in the past few years. But, I mean, I started working out, you know, and got into bodybuilding in 1996. And I just started studying different things to do for your different muscles. So the biggest thing for me though is I was doing things through third parties of me, like which would be, not me. It's not about I loving you. It's about I love you in the name of Jesus. I love you in the name of U.S. Bank, USB sticker symbol. LM would be leg Mason. I'm working with you through my ministry. In my capacity as an evangelist, or my capacity as giving you this food, Cast the Net Incorporated is the name of it. I didn't exalt the name, we just held that the name for a holding tank if we need dollars kind of thing. If we're going to have, receive. I think I see something on the wall here. I thought it was maybe a gecko or something. We got to get the, daily gecko on video. And yeah, as much as I had empathy on people, oh yeah, I see you've been here in downtown Cleveland on the streets for, God, I mean, some of these people were years. And then, of course, some of them were, months and months and months. Willie, he was down the corner of Superior and East 9th. That one spot right there, and he just didn't want to go. Multiple winters. That's like, and here I'm loving these people, but it was, I'm doing this because of Jesus. I didn't do it because I love this individual person. I'm going to give you some food because of, my heart for you. I did it because, and so, as I keep examining myself, oh God, these bugs are really just off the charts again, man. I haven't eaten anything. Usually what these bugs attracts these bugs is sugar. People who eat sugar and they just stick to you. It's really weird. But I haven't even eaten anything yet today. I mean, just poured this coffee and that's all I've had. Yeah, that's all I've had. It's like maybe around 9 o'clock right now. 3rd of July, 2022. Abusive. You don't want to be called that. As much as, yeah, okay, fine. So, Al-Qaeda or those, ISIS kind of things, Taliban, you kind of want them to accuse you, or drug users, accuse me of being a drug user, accuse me of being a terrorist. It's kind of expected, right? Because they're that, We're going to keep this under 20 minutes. I can see we're at 18. Eyes are back and forth again, man. I can kind of catch it, So these are some examples of my narcissism. Instead of people, what the disease does, and the disease has tried to come through me, and I've seen it extremely with other people. So I can see it easier with myself too. But 100% of women in this country, the worst are the single mothers. No excuse. I don't care if it's death or if it's oh my God, the father allegedly, was abusive and she had to run and hide. Where are the charges? Where are the hospital records? Or where are seriously, just not even charges, just a police report or something. There's extreme liars, pathological. And then of course, just the men. I just posted this. I love Steve Harvey on my Facebook, and he's talking about how men can't have female friends. Women can't be having male friends either. They're just trying to, put people on strings. So you see it, and they're trying to, do things through using things as scapegoats. Companies, business cards, degrees, certifications. I gotta go back in again. Oh my God, these bugs are really just, that's it. I'm staying inside too because this is really, what the hell is going on? It is like July, so maybe that's a reason.